right, let's roll. Let's do this thing. What's rolling? The pimps, the players, the hustlers, the patrons, everybody else in between. We appreciate you joining us here this evening. We're on the clock tonight for real. I'm beaten down. And I've been pushing it a little bit too late. For real. I always say this, but it's caught up to me. It's the first time I missed the fucking ferry this morning. And remember, I used to take like the 7:30, then the 7:45, then the 8. So today I got the 8:15. I cut it tight, you know. I got to the studio at like 8:50 fucking 3 or something like that. That's too late. I gotta start leaving earlier. And tomorrow's a fucking travel day, which I'm not looking forward to. What's up, Brooks? Hope to see you Saturday night. And we're having a lot of problems with the trip, too. The Raptor tickets are incredible. I knew they were expensive, but they're going up. They're not going down. I'm low on funds. I never booked a fucking hotel. Everything's like nearly all fucking booked up and fucking ultra expensive. It's one of these. I didn't plan this properly. I didn't plan this properly. It is what it is. It was bad timing for me, but I was like, fuck it. I got to go to Toronto anyways. I got some shit to take care of, so. What's up, Chris Edge? Yeah, I'll be around tomorrow night, Brooks. I'll send you an email, since that's the way you get. Email me your phone number. There's a lot of things in the air for tomorrow. Like I said, I hope to go to the game still. I'm not going to spend fucking $350, $400 though. I would in some circumstances. I wouldn't care, but I can't do it now. So there's no turning back. And the crazy thing is, too, the Spurs are playing here on Monday and Tuesday as well. The Spurs are playing here on Monday and Tuesday for a hell of a lot cheaper. Fuck. Like, again, the Brooklyn Net tickets are like $30 type shit, you know? The Knicks are like $60, $70. The Knicks are a little bit more. The Knicks are expensive to get into. They don't fuck around in Madison Square Garden with the ticket prices. I appreciate that, Brooks. I don't know. We'll see what happens. The hotel I like the most, the problem is, like, I got used to that hotel in Mississauga. The Bond place isn't bad in downtown Toronto. My deal is I don't have fucking any money online. So I can't book shit. It's kind of a problem. I can't deposit money here. There's got to be a way, but I don't know how. Like, I asked them and they're like, basically, no. Like, basically, like, I can deposit checks and shit, like via like a phone. You know what I mean? The phone app. It's pretty cool. You just take a picture of it and shit. It's very, very cool, actually. The bank service is better in the United States than Canada. They're nicer in the bank. There's more services and shit. They're dickheads in banks in Canada, fuck. But it's a fucking problem. What's up, Spencer S? Spencer S is in Toronto too. Hope to see you Saturday. So yeah, so basically tomorrow night, look, I get into Toronto. I'm meeting with Cam and the Prez from Wager Talk. And we're going out to a big time dinner at Harbor 60, which I've never been to. And I'm not like overly impressed with these places. I really don't care. Once again, Bruce, like, nice to see you, Bruce. But remember there, you have no input when it comes to booking hotels, flights, rooms, trips, or NBA. Those are the two things you're not allowed talking about. You can't comment. There's a dagger for the Nets. Oh, what's going on here? Is your screen black or just mine? Man, I've had internet problems all week. I never have internet problems anymore either, but it's not internet. Like, I don't know. There's something going on. Like, I guess we're still on. You guys would be bitching. I can't see myself suddenly on YouTube, but as I stated, my computer has been acting weird this week. I think my computer, like, in which I fixed it, you guys still have me, right? Oh, there we go. I don't know. The computer's pretty good, actually, but it's weird. It's only when it's here. I got to unplug everything. I got to unplug everything and plug everything because I've got very high-speed internet and shit, so I don't know. I never get knocked off a radio show. But I've had problems like loading up pages. It's been slow and just, shit, like really slow though, like 5 minutes sometimes. Like if you tune into Game Time Decisions, if you notice, like once this week, I only came in at like 4:09 or something. I tried it. Normally it's just dang, like I've got this shit down, man. We've done fucking so many shows. I wish I remembered. I'm sure no one does too. I wish I remember when we did the first Game Time Decisions radio show. What the date was. Maybe somebody, I don't know. I'm going to speak to the guys in Toronto. Maybe they would know. But it's got to be a lot, fuck. We've been on pretty much every fucking day for this show for like fucking 3 years or something now. It was from 12 to 1, then it was like 4. I don't know. There's been a bunch of different hours and shit, but. No Game Time Decisions tomorrow. So that's more money I lose due to this trip. Because I'm going to be in the air and then landing. So yeah. Harbor 60. I've never been there. Cam was always talking about the place because John Oakley goes there. It's an expensive steakhouse in Toronto. Now, like I stated, for me, I don't really care. The thing is, we were supposed to go to dinner and then to the basketball game. This happens to me all the fucking time. That's why I need a girlfriend. So I'll just go to events with my girlfriend and then I won't have to worry about shit like this. So like happens all the time. Happened here with the UFC, last second rigs, fucking, it's expensive. And so it's the same shit. We're supposed to go to dinner and then to the fucking game. Now the press is like, I don't even like the NBA. Let's just go to dinner. And then, it's like, holy fuck, we're supposed to get the fucking tickets. And then like, it's just, there's no way in hell Cam's fucking paying $350 for a Raptor game. Like, I'd have a hard time getting Cam to pay $35. I went from, I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy Cam a ticket. Like that's what because we're going to dinner and shit. I was like, whatever, man, I don't even care. I'll get Cam a ticket. And everyone's been bitching about how expensive it is. I'm like, yeah, whatever, I can handle it. It doesn't matter. Fuck. And I'm like, I don't care, whatever. It's life. You got to live life and have fun sometimes. I want to go see the game. Whatever it costs, I'll pay it. I'm not sitting courtside. But I'm looking at the tickets now, and I'm like, holy shit, fuck. It's like fucking $260 fucking US. It's like, whoa. Yeah, even the press is loaded. And he's like, listen, fuck. He goes, I like DeMar DeRozan and everything, but he goes, fuck his me, Cam, Prez, and his girlfriend. He was about to get the tickets. He sends me a text back. And he's like, because he sent me a text. He goes, yeah, I'll get the tickets right now. Because I said, yeah, let's just settle with the tickets. Fuck. I said, get the tickets and we'll worry about it, everything else after. He's at the Leaf game and he responded on his phone. He goes, yeah, I'll tap right now. I'll get the tickets. Then he sends me a text like fucking 2 minutes later. He's like, bro, 4 tickets are fucking $1,400. I'm like, get the cheap ones. He's like, these are the cheap ones. Yeah, when you put it in those terms. Yeah, when you put it in those terms, it's like holy shit, Talking about a regular season game here, fuck. I just want to see DeMar come out and wave to everyone. Like I said, I might just have to go to Brooklyn on Tuesday and just wear a Raptor jersey. Hey, DeMar. Fuck it. So, I've done this it's happened to me so many fucking times. We went all the way to LA once for the UFC and we got lost. Fuck. It's like you laugh now about these things, but at the time, like it was like, wow, this is just great. But, well, all the way to LA. Like we were living in Vegas, so it wasn't, it wasn't that bad. But we were in Vegas, me, T-Bone, and we met Mick Aussie in San Diego. We met Mick Aussie in San Diego. And that's one of those days. Now, this, Bruce Chad, once again, we'll bring up our boy Bruce here. Bruce won't be able to relate to this one, but I don't know if it's ever happened to you, if you've traveled a lot or whatever. And I was in a band too, right? So, like, you wake up and you don't know where you are, fuck. You know what I mean? You don't know where you are. Like it used to happen to me when I used to get late a lot when I was younger in Montreal. Like I'd wake up fucking and I'd be like, I used to like wake up and I'd be like, oh fuck, where am I? And I look around, I'm like, oh shit, oh yeah, okay. And it would be one of these deals where like I'd open the door when I'd leave the chick's place in the morning. Like I'd open the door and I'd have no idea in the city where I was. It was like Russian roulette, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, and I gotta tell you, fuck. I always fucking, like, most of the chicks I slept with were like French chicks that lived in the middle of nowhere, all right, in the East End. So it used to be like, I'd be like, oh God, I have no idea where I am. Like I'm fucking leaving the place, chick's still sleeping. It's like 10 in the morning. I'd open the door and I'm like, please, 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 please. I fucking open the door and I'm like, oh fuck. I'm fucking in the middle of nowhere. I'm like fucking, I'd be able to tell right away, right? There'd be times sometimes, guys, where I'd leave a place and I'd have to walk for like 3 blocks to know where I was. I'm like, I don't know where I am. I'm like, I've never been here before. I'm like, fucking, I'm like, there's got to be a metro station around here somewhere. Yeah. So what's up, Michael P? So, yeah, when we went to San Diego that night, we were living in Vegas, but we went to the Chargers and Raiders and then the UFC in Los Angeles the next night or 2 nights later. So we got real fucked up in San Diego. And it was one of those deals, dude, where like I woke up in the morning in a hotel in San Diego. And I opened my eyes and I looked outside the window and there was like palm trees and shit. And I didn't know if I was dreaming, if I was wasted, or like I was in such a weird state. I was like, I don't know. I was like, what the fuck? And I'm looking outside and I'm like, man. And I'm like, fuck. And I'm looking around the room and shit. And I'm like, where the fuck am I, man? And I can sort of like hear the beach and shit. I'm like, where the fuck am I, man? Like, I'm like, what city am I in? And I was like, sort of like, I had to open up the hotel door room and I looked outside. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm in San Diego. It's the only time I've ever, Chris Edge says San Diego. I got to come see you sometime. Yeah, I've only been to San Diego once for one day. I used to live in LA. I never went to San Diego. Wait, no, I think I might have been there twice, actually. No, I've been there once. I've been there once. And yeah, we went to the football game and we went out to Mission Beach. And I nearly got arrested for fucking like drinking beer, smoking weed, and disorderly conduct. I was too loud. The cop fucking came up to me. He's like, "Hey, you better chill out." In San Diego, they were kind of uptight. The cops, like down there, like on Mission Beach. We didn't fit in San Diego at all. Me, Mick, and T-Bone went into a bar, man. Like in every bar we went into, it didn't end well. Like we're all fucking pale and shit. Fucking, it's all these like surfer dudes and shit. Fucking, it's all these hot chicks giving us dirty looks. I'm all wasted, fucking talking to these chicks. Like, you know, they're turning their shoulder at me. You know what I mean? It was one of those type of like, it was like, yeah, let's just get the fuck out of here. Like, we were like, San Diego's nice, but we were like, let's just go to LA. Let's get out of here. We had a great time in LA. LA is a great city, fuck. LA really is a fun, like LA is a cool place. So one thing with LA though, I'll say, well, it's like a lot of big cities. There's a lot of downfalls to it, but if you're into partying, and going out and shit, LA is very cool. Like I'm not a big bar guy or shit like that, or I don't go to clubs, and I don't go to clubs in LA, but like you go out like to a bar in Hollywood, you're gonna have a good time. Like you'll have a good time, you know. Like we went out like to, you know, I lived there too, so I was like, oh, let's go here. I know this place and that place, and like there's a few places that are like institutes that have been there forever and shit. There's one place on Hollywood and right before Vine. I think it's called Frank's or fucking something. It's a great place though. Maybe, but you know, I'm a little skewed because I like metal and shit. So, like, you know, like you're not gonna get a lot of bars in fucking Toronto or New York or shit that are just playing Van Halen or Rat or something, Molly Crew and shit. Yeah, when I lived in LA, when I lived in Hollywood, the two places I went to the most were the Whiskey Go Go, and Gazzari's. I was underage, fuck, right? I wasn't 21 when I lived in Hollywood, and the Rainbow Room used to fucking card me and shit, but the whiskey didn't. Like I used to drink at the whiskey place, and Gazzari's didn't either for some reason, but the Rainbow did. Yeah, Lemmy was always at the Rainbow. The Sunset Strip is different now, though. It's changed a lot, right? The Sunset Strip has changed a lot. Like in the metal days, it was pretty crazy. You guys remember the caller Rocco? They used to call us. Remember Rocco used to call us. And I swear to God, like, because remember, people always used to wonder, like, is he real? Is he fake? Is it like, what's the deal with this guy? I never really got the impression he was fake, but, you know, he had some crazy stories and weird shit, right? Out of all the Sport Trades callers, he's definitely up there. We don't talk about that much, but there was definitely like, I don't know what the deal with him was. I don't know. As to this day, I don't know. Was it a character? Was he real? Was it this? Was it that? Do I know him? Do I not know him? I don't know. I don't know. I'll never know. But no, it's not public, Lisa. It's private. What's up, Lisa? That's the thing, Sinbad. That story that he told is fucking true. And I swear to God, I know the stories I've told in Hollywood. I've told you guys quite a few, some Hollywood stories, some of the crazy shit there. But I haven't told you like every fucking detail of like, oh, and that night I fucking did this and that night I did that. You know what I mean? I never told a story, man. I never told that story. I never told that story. Like Rocco is real. I don't know who he is or what. Like that was a true story that he told. And I never told that story. Why would I tell that story? I swear to God. And if you're wondering, basically, the story was, it's true. I fucking remember it happening. Like, I never told that story, though. Like, it's not something you tell people. So basically, I was fucking wasted as fuck on Hollywood Boulevard. And there's like a hills, like, so Sunset Boulevard. So Sunset Boulevard, there was all those bars and shit in those days, the metal bars, the rock bars, and celebrities and all that shit. It was like a big strip. And I was fucking hammered, all right? Like really hammered. And I was so hammered that like I was like, it was like fucking, I stumbled out and I was like, I gotta smoke a spliff, but I didn't want to smoke like right on Sunset. So like I went up the hill and like I took a leak in the bushes type shit. And I smoked the spliff. And when I started walking back down the hill, I fucking tumbled, all right? Bam, right into this white car. For true, like, true story. Like I remember like happened like 30 years ago too, and I remember 30 years ago, literally. Like fucking, I remember like I stumbled fucking boom and fucking, I didn't fall like face first and kill myself, but I sort of fell into a car. Like, you know what I mean? Like I fucking fell over and I hit a car. And there were dudes in the car. And they were like, hey, yo. And I was like, sorry, man. Fucking, like I didn't damage the car, but I sort of like bumped into it. Like fucking, I was like, sorry, dude. And they're like, hey, watch yourself. And they fucking said, I was like, yeah, sorry. I walked away. And he told the fucking story. He goes, I met you. He goes, in Hollywood. He goes, you fell into a white car. and he goes, I was in that car. And fucking, I never told that story. I might have even puked type shit. Like I'm like, you know what I mean? I remember I went on the side street. I was like, fucking, whoa, I got to fucking get away from all these people. Like, you know, I was younger. You know what I mean? I was like, I got to get away from all these people. And I remember went up the hill and I stood there. I was hanging out there for a little while. It was like residential too. There was like apartments and shit. Like, so I'm just sort of standing up there and I blazed one, pissed in the bush, and then boom, I fucking fell into a car. Yeah, that's a true story. Like, he told that story. I never told that story. Like, that is true. Pretty crazy. I don't know though. Like, did I tell someone else that? Like, you know what I mean? Did I ever tell? I don't believe so. It's like, it's not like a funny story. oh, I got wasted and I fell into a car. Fuck. You know what I mean? It's not like I've done a lot of things like that. Like, if you want to know, like, I've done like a million. I've injured myself like a lot. Like, I told you guys this story. I went to a Team 990 Chris. I was on the Montreal radio today. And this is like years ago when I was on the radio in Montreal. There was a Christmas party, fuck. And it was literally around Christmas. Like, you know what I mean? It was like fucking week before Christmas or whatever. And it was like fucking ice everywhere. It wasn't the famous ice storm in Montreal, but it was ice everywhere in Montreal, right? Really bad though. And it was under the snow. It was like an epidemic, like black ice. Like all these old ladies were falling and people were tumbling left and right, all right? Because the ice was under the snow and it was whatever. It was like one of these, like fucking, everyone was in, like the hospitals were full. And I'm all like, fucking whatever, fuck. There's always ice here. I remember making fun of people even, like, for falling all the time. And I got fucking shit-faced, man. And it was the Christmas party. I got lit up. Like, fuck, same shit. I was lit. Like, fucking, I remember, like, stumbling out of the place. And I was walking down the street and I had like a drink in my fucking, brought the drink out with me in the snow. I'm like fucking drinking, fucking like talking to myself, like that type of drunk. Like I'm walking down the street in the snow, talking to myself, fucking motherfuckers, like muttering to myself and shit. And lo and behold, man, lo and behold, fucking bam, like, I fucking hit the ice. Like I fucking hit a patch of ice, man. And there was no reacting. Like I pulled a Mick Aussie. I fucking fell like face first, man. And I was worried about the glass. So I sort of like threw the glass and I fell face first and bam, fuck. Like I landed like on my eye bone type, like my orbital bone. I had a big black eye and shit like that, man. Fucking. So I was all fucked up. And, you know, the thing is at the party, one of my bosses was like, yeah, I think you've had enough and shit. I was like, yeah, don't worry about me. So then I fell on the ice. The next day I was wearing sunglasses and, you know, like word got out amongst like other radio stations and shit. So like Shom FM even, like the big rock stations, like, oh yeah, I heard Team 990 party last night, got pretty wild. And heard that sports rage guy, Morency, took a pretty hard fall. They're all laughing. Oh, that ice will get you. And they're like, oh, I'm sure you had a few too many. They're laughing at me like on other radio stations for falling. I'm like, how does everyone know that I fell on the ice? It's like, I didn't even tell anyone. Like, it's like, it was on other stations. People were fucking calling me. Did you fall last night or something? I heard it on show. I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, why are they talking about me falling? Yeah. And then Drew with Nelson and that drum kit. That was some weird shit. And one of the funniest falls ever I've ever seen is Cam Stewart. Like, it was like, I actually like fucking fell down laughing, crying. Like, we were pretty lit up. But like, it was me, Cam, and Heath Herring, the UFC fighter. And we're walking out of a hotel in Montreal, all right? The Hotel de la Montagne. So we're walking out of the hotel in Montreal and we're going to the UFC. It's like 6:30 at night and shit. Did a bunch of rails. We're all wasted. And fucking, you know, so we come out of this hotel and these like stewardesses come in. So it's right out of a movie. Fuck. There's like fucking 10 hot stewardesses, all right? So they come in and we're like, holy fuck. And there's like, it's a wave of them, fuck. So we're like, holy shit. And fucking Cam's there. And Cam sort of goes, whoa, oh my God. He's like, hey, Montreal's the best, guys. And he sort of turns around and he twists his ankle on the sidewalk. Sort of like, you know, he twisted his ankle, like his foot sort of fell off the sidewalk onto the street, but his ankle sort of twisted a bit. And Cam's a big dude. And then, boom, fuck, he went down right on the street, boom, on his back. So he goes down on his back, boom. So he's a big guy, so it's like a big fall. Fucking bam, he fucking goes down. Me and Heath Herring are fucking dying, man. Like crying, laughing type shit. All right. Because he did it because he looked at a chick's ass. He looked at his chick's ass. He fucking falls off the sidewalk, smacks down on the sidewalk. All right. So he's lying on his back and shit. And we're fucking dying of laughter and shit. And the whole thing is, Cam really didn't want to go to the UFC. It was like same shit, like pulling out. You know what I mean? Cam wanted to go to the fucking casino. So we had free tickets and shit. So I'm like, just come to the UFC, Cam. And he's like, yeah. So he goes down. He takes a tumble. He's lying there, and he's like a wounded vet, Cam. Cam's like, go on without me. I'll be okay. Go on without me. And Cam's like lying there like he's dead, like he's shot, right? So like Cam's lying there and shit, and he's like, just go on without me, guys. He's like, fuck. He's like holding his foot and shit. He's like, just go on. He goes, I'm gonna go back up to the room, and fucking Heath Herring fucking says to him, Heath Herring stands over Cam, looks down. He's like, he goes, get the fuck up, man. He goes, come on, get the fuck up. So he sort of pulls Cam up. So he sort of pulls Cam up, and Heath Herring goes to him, he goes, Fedor Emelianenko kicked me in the head 12 times in a row, and I cried less than you. Cam's like fucking, Heath Herring starts ripping Cam. He's like, you're a big fucking pussy. He's like, come on, fuck, get up, fuck. He goes, Fedor stomped on my head 12 times in a row, and I cried less than this. He's like, fucking, he picks Cam up. Cam's like, fucking, he's like, no. He's like, hey, Heath. He goes, I'm fucking hurt, man. Fucking, I can't stop laughing. Like, I'm fucking crying and shit. Like, I'm fucking dying. Cam's like fucking limping. Fucking Heath is ripping him for being a pussy and shit. So Cam's like, fucking, I gotta go up to the room. I can't, you know what I mean? He goes, I'll meet you guys at the fight. He goes, I gotta go just sit down and rest, and I don't want you to miss any of the fights. So I'm like, all right, buddy. Fucking, so Cam like limps back into the hotel and shit. Me and Heath go to the fight. And of course, Cam fucking never shows up to the fights. So all night, I'm fucking, people are like, where's Cam? Like, we're on the score in these days. And like, Cam was part of like the fucking, like the party coverage and shit. So all these people are like, where's Cam? And fucking, I'm all like, oh, you know, he fucking took a bad fall. And fucking, I'm like, you know, he's pretty injured. He fucked his ankle up. Poor guy. He's at the hotel. And like, you know, of course he's not answering his phone and fucking, or text or anything. So, you know, me and Heath, even Heath, he's like, you know, I was just kidding with Cam and shit. He goes, I kind of feel bad and hope he's all right and shit. So then later in the night, we do this show at this fucking, this like club type thing. And like, it's with Ariane Celeste and the Ring Girls, the Octagon Girls, fucking like, you know, Bruce Buffer, whatever. Like, so it's like a Forrest Griffin. It was like an all-star cast. And we're there, like, we're on the mic and shit. Forrest Griffin, everybody. I'm introduced to the club. And fucking Cam comes walking in like fucking Willis Reed. Guy comes in like he's fucking like Joe Montana. Like, he comes in fucking like with a big limp and shit. And I'm on the mic. I'm like, Cam Stewart, everyone, with a bad ankle, sucks it up. And, you know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, Cam. I said, how you doing? I said, what did you do? I said, how you stay at the room during the fights and come down now? He goes, oh, you know, I sort of walked it off a bit there, you know, but I'm all right. He was very evasive. I said, yeah, well, you didn't come to the card, though. I said, but he saw the fights because he knew. He said he was talking about one of the fights. He goes, oh, it was pretty crazy, huh? And he said something. And I said to him, I said, well, where'd you see the fight? He sort of like paused and shit. because I said the fight was not in the hotel room, like no pay-per-view there. He's like, well, you know, he goes, I ended up at the casino. And I'm thinking the casino, like, is nowhere near the arena. Like, what do you mean you ended up at the casino? It's not like the casino's across. Oh, we're on our way to the arena, and like we stumbled into the casino, and one thing led to another. No, the casino is like on an island. like you need to specifically tell a taxi driver, take me to the casino. Like it's on an island. Like you don't stumble into that casino. You go to that casino. All right? Like fucking. So turns out Cam saw the fights at the casino. They had them on the casino because George St. Pierre was fighting. So yeah, it was fucking gold, man. When he fell and shit, guys, it was just too fucking funny, man. So I know Cam well. So I know after a few drinks tomorrow at Harbor 60, like I could get Cam to maybe pay $50 for a game, like 65. He even asked, "Hey, how much? What's going on with this?" Like he sort of floated, like, "Who's paying?" Like Cam was like, "Is the press paying for the tickets?" I was like, "Don't worry, Cam, we're gonna handle it." But now it's like we can't handle it. Fuck if it's fucking $300 a ticket and shit. And we're gonna take the Houston Rockets tonight, even though they always screw us. I actually got one Rocket game right before the All-Star break. Our picks have been, what are our picks? Open bets. Oh, no, we lost a little. Well, our hockey was good, some underdogs. Oh, we also like Sacramento, so we got some late picks here. Yeah, 10, late. And what about college? We like the San Francisco Dons. I miss fucking Bet365. Fuck. Bookmakers all right before games, but their live in game sucks. Fuck. If you tune into the morning after or game time decisions today, I said that all these games would go under in the first quarter. Fuck. They've all been low scoring tonight. So yeah, I've got to I got to travel tomorrow. I get in the morning show. I'm on the clock. Fuck, like I can't even. I'm gonna have to leave for like before the last segment's over tomorrow. Joe Ranieri's gonna have to do the last segment. Like I can't. Like I'm cutting it that close type of thing. I don't like that extra 18 minutes. Will fucking. Like if I leave at 11:55, I'm not gonna be on a fucking train until fucking who knows. It's Penn Station, man. Right, like, yeah, they're supposed to be every few minutes to the airport and shit, but it's, it's New York, fuck, like in Jersey and shit. So everything's random. And I'm already I'll be all right. You're supposed to be there fucking, they say 2 hours. It's really 1 hour. Like in the States, they panic. It's really 1 hour in the States, but an hour and a half is better. Top 5 of all time? No. That's a little extreme, Sinbad. Yeah, it'll just be the last segment, Lisa. He's good, Kyrie Irving, but he's top 5 in the league now. You know what I mean? But no, he's got a hell of a lot more to prove. What's up, bro? The yeah, like the last break is like 11:40 or something. It'll make a big difference for me. Like my plane's at 2:15. Fuck, I can't fuck around. I'm already leaving kind of late. You know what I mean? Like if I leave at 11:40, it'll take me 15 minutes or whatever, and then at least then I'm on a train at about noon. I get there at 12:30 or so. That's not bad. You know what I mean? I can live with that. I hate traveling and being at the mercy of, like, if a couple of things go wrong, you're screwed. You know, I hate to think negative, but it's true. Like, I always think that. I'm like, man, this train breaks down, I'm fucked. You know what I mean? Like, if you cut it to the last train or the last ferry or stuff, you always have to have sort of a, contingency plan. I don't get, I don't get too stressed though about these things. There's always that little anxiety when you're traveling, and even you still got it, even though I travel a lot. But just as like, am I forgetting anything? I don't have enough money. I don't have this, that. Like, there's always, why am I doing this? Like, why am I doing this? Yeah, Isaiah Thomas right up there. I agree with all those five, and there's more Ryan C, but that's a good five right there. Um, no, but if you notice, like me and Joe are starting to disagree more. Like, the more topics that come up, the more like there'll be debate, right? We disagreed about Zion Williamson. I said I wouldn't even play NCAA basketball. It's a different format. You know what I mean? It is. It's like changing the offense mid-season, right? We built up this brand. I liked the show before. But it's like Cardano said, the other day we were talking, and he said basically, like, the show before was sort of like a Z100, morning, the chick yelling, jokes, fucking. It was more, more sort of that sort of FM radio morning shit. But sports. Now it's more of a straight sports show. But if you like sports, and listen, for what they're trying to do, this is more sellable for them. Right. And for me, it's all just about whatever. I just go along with, I don't call the shot. So I do what they ask me to do. But whatever format I'm in, I just make the best of and adapt. Right. But this week, we're starting to get in a rhythm. Look, the guests have been great. We're getting great feedback. Like, the powers that be they like the interviews a lot. And the guests have been rock solid. It's like some people, it's true, Ro, but also, you want to be going in the right direction. It's tough. You build up a brand, and you build up fans for a show. Like, I understand why some people are frustrated. I'm not like dumb. I mean, you build up these characters, they're with you every day, people watch them every day, and then they're just gone one day, right? It's tough. Like, it's tough on the viewer. Like, it's a different show now completely. It's like, it's not like it's, it's a different format now. I've already done the yelling thing, all right? Like, at this point, I need to sell out. And I'm not even selling out, but I'm just stating, like, I'm better off just, whatever can make me the most money on the way out. That's the way I got to look at things. But if you look at the guests, like today, Lionel Hollins was great. We had Jerry Palm. Jerry Palm's great, but unfortunately, Jerry Palm's cell phone was kind of bad. Started off okay, but it cut out. We were supposed to have Steven Jackson, the football player, on today, but I like this honesty, actually. when we called him this morning, he actually said, he goes, I'll be honest. He goes, I really got nothing hot on anything. He even said, he goes, why don't you wait? He goes, why don't we wait for like fucking the Antonio Brown or like Le'Veon Bell or son? He goes, when something happens, I'll come on. But he goes, I got nothing. Like he actually said that to our producer. He goes, he goes, I really don't really have anything. Like, yeah. He said, call me next week when something comes up. So yeah, like instead of just talking baseball amongst ourselves, boom, we had Bobby Valentine on. Talking about Zion Williamson today, boom, we had Lionel Hollins on. The NBA coach, guy who was a first round draft pick, like, you know what I mean? So it's good sports talk. You know, it'll get better as we go on too. You know, I can't kill myself over this shit. I already do fucking kill myself over this shit. So I can't like worry or do more, you know? You do your best. It's all you can do. But yeah, so it's a crazy day today. So I missed the boat early in the morning. I missed the boat early in the morning. I missed the bus after the boat because the timing was all off. I had to walk. I'm fucking sweating, steam's coming off my head and shit. I'm out of weed right now. This is like the least that I've got like minuscule. It's just been bad timing and this and that. I don't have enough money to spend and just leave it here. I got to go. And like, it's one of these where it was just, to be honest, the last load was a little light. Like it went quicker than it should have. I'm going to be in Toronto tomorrow, so I didn't have time today and whatever. It's one of these weird deals. So, and I told you guys about a month ago or so. Yeah, I'm usually good at timing this shit. I like to plan so I have something when I get back. But that's going to be taken care of in the morning. But so I'll be all right in the morning, but I won't have time in the morning. Even blaze one quick one and get in and leave. So yeah, it's been a rough week, like for little things. I'm not crying though about it. Life's like that, you know what I mean? But like all week, man, like fucking the other day, like I put fucking money into like the machine to buy my ticket for the fucking the bus and the ferry, or sorry, to go to the Meadowlands, the New Jersey Transit. So I put the money in $4 in bills, and it's 50 cents, so $4.50. I didn't have another dollar bill, so I had exactly $4.50. So I put the $4 in, and then I put the 50 cents in, and it's blocked. Fuck, I couldn't put the change in. And my $4 is stuck in there. Like, it's like one of those things. Like, fucking, like, I've been getting screwed all week like that. You know what I mean? Like, just little things, man. I've been getting fucked over all week. And now, like, I'm out of weed. Like I said, I'll get through, whatever. I got a few roaches lying around and shit like that. Yeah, the mail never showed up to Hanger. Maybe it'll be tomorrow, but I even got weed problems in Toronto tomorrow. For a fucking country that's legal, it's fucking bullshit. I got issues now tomorrow. I think Cam's going to save my ass tomorrow afternoon. So, yeah. So, remember I told you guys they showed up to shut my power off. Fuck. All right. I didn't really do anything about it for like a little while. And then I went into Union City to do something about it. I got into it with the dude. All right. You know, the guy was doing his job, whatever. So basically, the guy that lived in this fucking unit before owes a shitload of money to them. Okay. And they're showing up to pull the plug because this guy owes a shitload of money. So I had to tell them, listen, I'm not this guy. And I understand they want proof of that because, you know, otherwise roommates just switch names and shit like that. I get it. But the thing is, so I spoke to the girl on the phone and she's like, you need a lease? proof, like, you know, when you move the lease. Said, you need a bill from another company. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right. And you need ID. I'm like, all right. So I went all the way to Union City, and everything's fine for the first few minutes. Then he goes, oh, I need to prove your previous address. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? This is the lease. I wasn't, you know. He goes, we need to know where you lived before. And I'm like, this is fucking stupid. And then he's like, well, I don't set the policy, but that's the policy. So I'm like, it's irrelevant. That's what the lease is for. Like, what does it matter to you? And I told him, I lived in Toronto. I don't have a fucking bill. And he's like, what about digital? And I'm like, I lived in a condo. Everything was included. And he's like looking at me like I'm scamming him and shit. So he goes, well, I'll give you a couple of days to figure this out. So I fucking stormed out of the place. We got into it a bit, but it was all right when I left. I said, I know you're just doing your job, whatever. So that was in Union City. I got lazy and whatever. Didn't do anything about it again. Like 3 weeks pass. Lo and behold, they show up again. The only thing that saves me is they need my condo board guy, the condo manager, to let him in to do it. I guess the meters are fucking in this room here. And he keeps pushing them off because he knows he's cool and shit. He knows whatever the situation. So he just told them, I don't have the key, fuck. And he's been addicted to them a couple of times. So they've tried to shut my power twice now. So last week, I went to fucking Hoboken. Now, listen, the lady on the phone told me I needed to go to Union City, which it wasn't that far, but still, you know, it was a pain in the ass. And now there's the guy in the condo. I told him, listen, I got problems. I said, they keep coming, bro. And they're like, I got to do something. He goes, just go to the office in Hoboken. It's right down the street. And he goes, they're real cool. It'll be no problem and shit. And I'm thinking, yeah, Hoboken is friendlier than Union City. All right. So I go to Hoboken last week. It's the same fucking thing. The guy's like, I need to know where you lived before. I'm like, I can't do that. I said, I don't know what to do, buddy. So yesterday they came again to shut my fucking power. Or 2 days ago. And I'm getting stressed. One of these, every day I come in, I'm like, I don't know, it's going to be shut down, fuck. So finally I said to the condo guy yesterday, I said, dude, I said, write me a letter stating that you're the head of the condo with on the whatever, and that I wasn't here before and blah, blah. And he goes to me, he goes, no, I'll do better than that. He goes, I'm going to come with you. He goes, I'm going to come with you. So we were supposed to go yesterday, but whatever. He got into a meeting and shit. So we went today. Guy's pretty cool. He drove me over there and shit. So on the way there, so I'm figuring that he knows them there because he runs the condo and he always deals with them or whatever. And he goes, oh, we'll clear this up. So as we're driving over there, I say to the guy, like, I said, do you deal with these guys a lot over there? And he goes, yeah, they're fucking cocksuckers. This guy's a brother. He's a cool dude. Right? And he's like, he's kind of older and shit. And he's like my age, Jim. He goes, yeah, they're motherfucking cocksucking bitches. He goes, I always have problems with these people. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, fuck, I thought he was coming because he could like iron this out like smoothly. Fuck. I was like, so we get there and we walk in. He goes, let me handle this. Right away, he walks in and he's like, yo. And he starts like, fucking, you know, I'm tired of you guys coming to my building and trying to tell me and blah, blah. He goes, you got to fix this. And the thing is, the guy that works there is also a brother. And I was thinking, I'm like, all right, these guys, you know, we'll go there. We'll all iron this out together. It'll be cool. They went at it right away. Like, my condo guy went from 0 to 60. Like, he's fucking nuts. Like, he starts fucking like yelling at the guy and shit. And even me, I'm like, fucking, whoa. I'm like, hey, bro. I'm like, fucking, sort of looking at him like, like the security got up and thing is, the security got up at me last week when I was in there because I raised my voice. So, like, it went from 0 to 60 right away. Fuck. And then fucking my buddy, he got a call on his phone. He's arguing with like American Express. At the same time, he's arguing with this guy. He's literally on the phone with American Express arguing over some fraud call. and he's fucking not fully yelling, but they're going at it a bit here. And it's not even about my bill anymore. He's like, I'm tired of you fucking harassing my tenants and coming. And he goes, you're always trying to shut people's shit off. And he's like, fucking, you know, he's going off at him and shit. But he goes, maybe your tenants don't pay their bills. And they're going back and forth. And I got to do a radio hit at 3:15 with Mitch Melnick. It's like 2:40. I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm looking up. I'm like, this is the third time I've already been here. This is going nowhere. I'm like, oh, fuck. I got to go to Toronto. They're going to cut the power. I'm like, this is just fucking great. I'm out of weed. I'm just like burning, fuck, standing there. Shit gets so heated and shit. He's on the phone with his girlfriend and American Express and like a 3-way call and shit. So he's like, hold on a minute. So he fucking storms out of the place. So that's just me and the guy again. And then Buddy goes, he goes, you know, he goes, your friend's not making things any better. I said, well, I thought that like you guys knew each other because he runs the condo. And that was like, he goes, I don't know this guy. He goes, in fact, he's making it worse. And he's like, fucking, I'm like, oh, fuck. So he's outside. And then I said to the guy, I said, listen. And then the guy told me, he goes, I told you last week, and I'm telling you now. He goes, I don't make the rules. I just follow them. And he's like, I don't make the rules. And he showed me the paper. He goes, I'm not fucking with you because I'm getting mad. I'm like, dude, I had the same problem with the water company. I had no problems. I said, I did it over the phone. I said, I got no problems with the cable company. I said, it's just you, this fucking company. And he's like, I don't make the rules for that. We're going back and forth and shit. And he's like, I need a fucking proof of residence. All right. A proof of residence from 30 to 60 days before September 15th. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm like, dude, everything's digital and it's not aligned. Like the address isn't on the bank statement. Fuck. Digitally. It's on a different part of the page. He goes, well, it's your problem. It's like fucking. So I told the dude, I said, listen, just by fucking chance, I'm going to fucking Toronto. And I said, I'll go try to find a letter. All right. And I think in my storage locker, I do have a bunch of old bills and shit. So I was like, I'll find a letter. And he goes, well, if you're going to Canada, you must have a passport. And I was like, yeah, I got a passport. He goes, you got it on you? I'm like, yeah. And he goes, if you have a stamp proving when you entered the United States, he goes, we're good. And I was like, are you shitting me? I said, after all this. I said, after all this. And I was like, look. And there it was. It was like, fucking, yeah. September 26, 2018. He goes, that's all you needed, son. He fucking photocopies it. And he goes, boom, your power is going to be on. Thank you for coming. It was like, it was one of these like, rah, 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 rah. Thank you. And like, I had the best line. Like he cracked up, man, at the end, like even. So my buddy's still outside and it's all over. And I'm like, I was like, man, I said, man, that was fucking hell, man. I said, Union City, you 2 times. And he goes, yeah, we're all good now. And I said, don't take this the wrong way. But I said, I hope I never see you ever again. I said, I hope I never see you for the rest of my life. Buddy started cracking up. I said, I don't take this the wrong way. But I shook his hand. I said, don't take this the wrong way. And I reached out and shook his hand. I said, but I hope I never see you for the rest of my life. And so he started laughing. And I said, just kidding. I said, maybe I'll be back to pay a bill one day. Yeah, it went from like, rah, 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 and I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, I'm going to fucking Canada. I'm going to find a fucking bill. Rah. He's like, you got a passport? I'm like, yeah, here. Well, why did you say so? Boom, stamp. And I was like, you said I needed a bill. And he goes, I said you needed proof. And he goes, what better proof than you weren't in the motherfucking country? He goes, damn. He goes, and he starts telling me, he goes, my bosses come in here. They look at all the photocopies that I do. And he goes, I can't just let you off the hook. The dude that lives there owes $2,300. And he goes, now I can show them that you weren't in the motherfucking country. And that ain't you. And I was like, all right, thanks, man. Like, yeah, it was funny. It was a funny story. I fucking get back in the car with fucking this dude. He's still on the fucking phone with American Express, fucking yelling and shit. Fucking. He's like, I'm gonna fucking sue you. It really is. The passport really is great. Like it is. Helps me with banks here too. They're like, well, you a member? And they're like, I'm like, I got a Canadian passport. They're like, oh, okay. I'm telling you, like, I walk into TD Bank with a Canadian passport. They're like, hey, how you doing? You know, the guy, he's really cool. The guy that runs the condo here, he's a cool dude. Like he's he's into music and shit. Like he has a piece of the studio. He's a smart dude. He's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. So yesterday though, I was in his office and he was talking with some dude, man. It was pretty deep shit. I'm not going to share his business. So it was deep shit. And they're going back and forth and shit. And he sort of sounds like Samuel Jackson a bit, like in Pulp Fiction. Like he sounds like sort of righteous when he talks. Like he's very authoritative, you know what I mean? So he's telling this guy, he's like, I read the Bible every morning. He goes, I read the Bible. He goes, nobody gave me shit. He goes, nobody gave me shit. He goes, I worked my way up this fucking real estate business. He goes, this management business. He goes, I used to be nothing. He goes, now I'm running all these condos. He's like going off. So I could overhear him telling the guy. And the guy's like, yeah, well, I don't, whatever, I can't. And, basically the guy was telling this other guy like to toughen up or something, to be like shrewder. And he's like, you got to fucking be shrewder. You can't be giving deals to everyone. He's like sort of telling him this shit. He's like, but he said to him, a Muslim, I'm very religious, and it's not in my whatever. And the guy I know had a great line that stuck with me. He said, he goes, religious. He goes, I read the Bible. He goes, I say a prayer every morning. He goes, I say a prayer before I go to bed every night. But he goes, one thing I know about God, he goes, God doesn't like pussies. I just thought, I was like, damn, that's a good line. I read the Bible in the morning. I say a prayer before I go to bed at night. But one thing I know about God is he doesn't respect pussies. He's like, you got to earn shit in this world. Great line, fuck. God don't respect pussies. Great line. All right, listen, everything's been playing to the under. I wouldn't argue with these first quarters going under the number here. They're both incredibly high, guys. 61 and 60. Lakers and the Rockets first quarter. $61 points. Minus 117. It's fucking crazy. I don't understand this fucking number, though. First quarter. Rockets, Lakers, yeah. So, yeah, it was a lot of work. Yeah, it was a lot of work, but at least it's done. Connecticut, Oregon, and USC. Where's the late night basketball, NBA? There we go. Houston Rockets, LA Lakers. They're just tipping off right now. Yeah, so that was my day today. Oh yeah, and I went to the FanDuel Sportsbook to cash my tickets. And it was incredibly hard. Buddy's like, any bets? And I'm like, I was like, nah, I can't. Like, I need the money. He's like, no, I need the paper money. It's the first time I ever went there and didn't bet. Yeah, I like the Islanders. My hockey picks have been on fire. Toronto Maple Leafs lose tonight. Montreal Canadiens get it done. When the New York Islanders. Like I said, now we're on the first quarter under, small play. First quarter under. We're on the Rockets on the money line, and we got Sacramento Kings plus the points. So we got a little bit, and the San Francisco Dons got a little bit of a deeper portfolio here this evening. We got Hawaii at Cal Santa Barbara at 11 o'clock, and Oregon State at UCLA. We'll do a quick look at those games too. Yeah, the Zion stuff is a little over the top right now. I think everybody needs to take a Zion breather. It goes to show the power. It goes to show the power of him and the media's creation of him as well, obviously. But you can't argue the impact or the how big he is, to be honest. Like I said earlier in the day, like I knew that he was like the top pick or the second pick, right? RJ Barrett might end up being a better NBA player, but or at least that's what I thought. Barrett's still young too. He takes a lot of shots, like he's good, Barrett though. But somebody had a comparison last night. Somebody said Barrett is like James Harden. Said Barrett will turn into James Harden, like in the NBA, essentially. But a lot of like big time basketball people like do say that Zion Williamson is like the next coming type thing. Steve Kerr watched him on TV and said after, wow, and he said, whoa, and like basically he said, oh, like the next LeBron type thing. Kerr talked about him a bit, said he's like basically the next LeBron James, like that much of an impact. Kevin Durant said the same thing. Kevin Durant said that he's going to be like, he's the real deal. He'll be a mega star and like face of the league, good type shit. So like big time basketball guys are like, this kid is like a star. Like he is going to be that good. And it's funny. And then you get sort of scout types that question him, right? He's a tweener. He can't shoot. I saw the Coach Nick, my boy Coach Nick, had a thing of his release and his hands, and he does some weird shit. Like his shot is bad. Like he sort of pushes it, and his fingers, like his wrist, or like the fundamentals are off. That's what I talk about in college. Like, Coach K doesn't even care. You know what I mean? Coach K isn't like, oh, you got to fix your fucking stroke because you're doing it wrong. Coach K is like, whatever, I'm winning with him. You know what I mean? That's why, like, college, they don't have their best interest. Like, we talk about the monetary stuff all we want, but they also don't have the best basketball interest in hand. It's not Coach Krzyzewski's job to make Zion Williamson a better basketball player. It's Mike Krzyzewski's job to win games for Duke. They'll get a first-round pick for Antonio Brown. Or a second and a third type shit. I mean, look, Amari Cooper was a first-round pick. He's younger, but I read a thing of history of all wide receivers and what they got and stuff for trades, and there'll be a first-round pick for Antonio Brown, or like second and third at least. or like, you know, first and fourth or whatever. He's still a big impact player. Problem is Antonio Brown, he's kind of a head case now. To be honest, like that's he's kind of a head case. So that's going to turn people off too. Now, Zion Williamson, so if you didn't hear, the injury is not that bad. It's not that bad. But the power of Zion, look at this. Although this is bullshit, and I'll tell you my opinion. Now, maybe Bruce Chad knows stocks. He can't talk about travel tips, but Nike lost 1.1 billion in stock value today. It's kind of deceptive, though, when you hear that. Nike shares were down as much as 1.7% on Thursday. They ended up closing down 1.1%. So the total net worth of Nike stocks is $12 billion. You know, it was down 1%, 83.95. Yeah, the people that sold all these shares and shit went down are they going to be the same ones that buy it back now? Fuck. It's the same thing with like Colin Kaepernick. Remember that? Oh, Colin Kaepernick's their stocks are going to go way down, and stocks were down for Nike that day, if you remember. Like the day that Colin Kaepernick and all the right-wing types were laughing, and oh, Nike's going belly up, and oh, this is what you get. And I remember I talked about it. I said, hey, dumbasses, fucking Adidas lost fucking 7% yesterday. Well, why did they lose their money? And it was basically a European Trump and like a trade deal fucking thing that wasn't good for these companies. And that's why their stock went down. It had nothing to do with Colin Kaepernick. And so the same thing. So even though there was a big backlash, the stock was up 2 days later again. This will be the same bullshit with Nike. Like there are people out there that are playing these games. Like it's not like regular people that are all bailing on Nike now. It's fucking monster games being played. They got out today. They're hoping that it goes down a little bit more, and then they're going to buy it all back. Fuck. The average person that is buying Nike products has no idea who Zion Williamson is. I know he's famous and shit in a basketball sense, but he's not. Like, he's a college basketball player, right? Like, you know, ask a woman that's going into the mall or some guy that's going into a mall. You know, Zion Williamson's shoe breaking last night. It ain't affecting his shoe fucking choice. It really doesn't. It won't, you know what I mean? It won't change anything, fuck. If anything, they got a lot of publicity. People that buy shoes, people that are buying Paul George's shoe and Nike shoes and shit. And I say Paul George because it's a Paul George shoe. If you're wondering, the shoe model that he was wearing is the Paul George model. So you can say, oh, his shoes suck, whatever, man. Paul George wears that fucking shoe every night. He's one of the best players in the NBA. You know what I mean? It was a random freak thing. The shoe exploded. He's a big dude. It was just a weird angle and shit. It wasn't a good look that the shoe like split in half like that, essentially. But, you know, I read what the marketers on Madison Avenue were saying about, like, they were saying, like, will he sign with Nike? And they're like, oh, for sure he's going to sign with Nike still. And they're just basically going to make his own shoe, right? There'll be a Zion Williamson shoe, and they can basically just state that, you know what, he's so good, we need to make a special shoe to contain him. You know, the ad is right there. I mean, it writes itself. Word is he's signing with Nike. That this has no effect or anything. Like, he's signing with Nike. Like, that's, you know, that's the thing I was telling you guys. These players, they get suckered in as kids to some AAU team. They take some money from a dude. And basically the deal is, like, a lot of these college kids, guys, the money's not coming from boosters and shit. The money will come from some slick guy on the street, but he really got the money from the shoe company. And the shoe company is so far, like, remember the FBI investigation? You know, like Adidas are big into this shit. And look, Adidas, fuck. Adidas fucking had some $40 million deal going with fucking Pitino and shit. You know what I mean? Like, and then they get the money, they put it on the street, they get the envelopes, and it's basically like, listen, kid, we're not telling you what school to go to, but you got to go to an Adidas school. Yeah, and then after, when you sign in the NBA, you know, we're not forcing you. We're not extorting you into signing with us, but remember who fucking helped you out right now type shit, right? So they build this loyalty. They'll take care of the family and shit, right? That was the Reggie Bush stuff. You know, Reggie Bush, an agent basically told Reggie Bush, listen, I'm going to give you guys fucking a condo. I'm going to give you money. I'm going to give you a car, but, you know, sign with me after. And Bush fucking did it. You know what I mean? They got caught and shit. But if you notice, guys, they're much more aggressive for some reason going after basketball. Like, this football is like rampantly corrupt, fuck, but they don't touch it. Like, they don't even talk about it. You know what I mean? They never talk about it in football. It's very rare that football teams will really get nailed. Like, you have to do a lot. Like Mississippi. Mississippi has done a lot of shit over the last few years. Like, a lot. Like, if they were like a basketball team or not in the SEC, they'd probably get shut down almost. Like look at the Mississippi Rebels, guys. Their recruiting class every year is like the second and third best. Like, why? Like, why? They never win. Who the fuck wants to play in Mississippi? You know, like, there's so many negatives about it, yet somehow, the recruits. It's like, wow, I wonder how you guys did that. You know, Hugh Freeze paid them all, fuck. You know what I mean? They paid all those players, and then Mississippi pushes it because they not only like pay all the players to go there, and then they double down, and then they all take steroids and shit. Like, Mississippi pushes the envelope. Like, the Rebels have pushed the envelope. They just got hit with Rebels just got hit, actually. The Rebels got hit with a bowl ban. They already were on a bowl ban, but I think they got hit with something else again recently. Another little self-imposed, like, hey, all right. But I'm saying, like, basketball, man, they're all over your ass fast, fuck. You know what I mean? Once again, it's racial. Like, I hate to say it, but it is true. Football's whiter than basketball. Like, all you need to know is, like, look, like Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel signed autographs and got paid to do it, all right? There's no disputing it. He sat at a table, autographed footballs, and was paid for the appearance. All in violation of the NCAA. He was suspended for the first half against Rice. Terrell Pryor got a free tattoo. Think about it. He got a free tattoo. Or more than one. He got some tattoos done for free. Hey, you're the quarterback of Ohio State. Come down to our tattoo parlor. He got suspended from Ohio State, suspended in the NFL. It carried over to the NFL somehow. What's the difference between Manziel and Pryor? Well, I don't know. I guess their skin color we could sort of start with. Like, there's, like, the double standard is crazy, fuck. Like, in college. I guess it's with the judicial system as a whole, really, but it reflects in collegiately as well. Now, I'm not stating they don't do stupid things to white kids, too, in the NCAA, because they do. Like, you know, Mitch McGary is a white kid. And, you know, fucking basically, like, fucked his career up. So Mitch McGary was on Michigan. he was really good as a freshman. He didn't play much, but he was injured, but he came on and he looked like he was going to be like a college star type thing, a big time NBA draft pick. And he smoked weed at a fucking party. Failed to test or anything, so he fucking failed to test for weed. And he basically stated, yeah, I went to a party in the summer and I smoked weed. Fuck. He basically, even Beeline said, yeah, he's not like a pothead or anything. He's a kid and he smoked weed at a party. The NCAA wanted to suspend him for a year. 1 year for one fucking night of a bong. He smoked like a bowl, like type shit. And they wanted to suspend him for 1 full year. Now, even John Beeline, who's by the book in Michigan, like said to the NCAA, this is ridiculous. Like, this is archaic. He goes, kids are going to try marijuana. And basically at the time, Barack was the president. And Barack admitted that he did cocaine and smoked weed. And Beeline brought it up. And he goes, listen, the president smoked weed. I think, you know what I mean? And Beeline went to Indianapolis and told the NCAA, you're not helping a kid's life by kicking him out of school for a year or not letting him play for a year because he smoked weed. He said, this is just stupid. He said, let's suspend him or whatever. You want to, whatever. But really, you're going to make him sit out a year or miss a year of eligibility because he smoked weed once? And the NCAA actually fucking said, oh, that's the rule. So, you know what Mitch McGary did? He went to the NBA. After 1 year, 2 year, 1 year, he went to the NBA. And instead of sitting out a year, Beeline even told him, just go to the NBA. Like, fuck the NCAA. Like, just go. And he went to the NBA. He wasn't ready for the NBA. I don't know. Is he on the end of the bench, Lisa, now in Oklahoma City still? He's been on the Oklahoma City Thunder, but I don't even know if he's still in the league. If he is, he's on the end of the bench type shit. You know what I mean? He doesn't play anymore, But the thing is, the kid was really good. And he was crying and shit. Like, he didn't want to leave college. Like, he told Beeline, I'm not one of these guys. I wanted to stay here and win for you. And Beeline told him, man, you got to go. It's not your fault. You made a mistake smoking weed, but that's what I'm stating too about, if I was a star player, I wouldn't jump through all the hoops for these guys, get drug tested all the time. They're fucking all pissed off. You get a free tattoo. Meanwhile, they're fucking, charging $3,000 a ticket and shit. It's like, guys, yeah, fuck. I know a lot of people think, and I get it, even me, I don't want to do the debate all the time about should college kids get paid. And Lionel Hollins had a great point today, and I've said this too. Not every school deserves to pay the players. Not every you got to pay everyone. Then, Lionel Hollins had a great point about that. He's like, if you pay the players, you got to make it like that, like a pro shit. He goes, then you got to pay the band. You better pay the cheerleaders. You know what I mean? You better pay everyone that's involved here. Pay the bus driver. You know what I mean? You go down the list here of so I get that. So I don't really want to rehash all that. I think the best thing is, and Holland said it too, and smart people have been saying this. Jay Billis says this. I like it. I agree with it. And listen, it's one thing too. The players do get paid a bit from the school to play. All right. I'm talking a little bit. And there's obviously envelopes and shit too. Zion Williamson got paid to go to Duke. No, without doubt. He didn't just go there. All right. But anyways, they do get money. You know what I mean? People act they got $0 and shit. It's not true. They get fucking, $1,200 a month type thing, $1,600 a month. They do get minor living expenses type shit. It's not a lot, but it's, it's enough type shit because they don't pay for food. That's the thing, right? The team feeds them, right? The team feeds them and fucking, their clothes are for free. They get all the free swag and shoes and all that shit. So there's a lot of swag that comes along with everything, right? But like if you're Zion Williamson, like think about it. Like you're like, holy shit. Their stock fell $1 billion because I fucking twisted my ankle last night. And tickets were going for $10,000. I know it's not all him. It's Duke and there's RJ Barrett and there's North Carolina, you know what I mean? But the kid's not dumb, fuck, right? Like he's going to realize that, man, everyone in the fucking sports world is fucking looking at every move I do right now. You know, everything I do, it should be out, every move I do. And I think the best way to handle this. No, exactly, Brooks. There's envelopes and shit. There's money. They're not like exactly, but it's not fair money. But you know what I mean? There's money. But like I said, like not every kid on Duke deserves to be paid. You could argue that Barrett and Zion Williamson are worth X amount of dollars due to this brand and whatever. Look, they did a study and it turned out like Michigan and Texas, Alabama, major college football programs, basically each player, the starters would get like $500,000 each if it was fair. If they actually took the money, because remember, there's a lot of kids on a college team. So if they actually took the money and said, all right, we're paying the players fairly and shit, it worked out to like $500,000 a year. You're not paying fucking some college fucking field goal kicker $500,000 a year to shank kicks. You ever watch fucking some of these college games? They're terrible. They're not worth fucking $500,000 fucking dollars a year. And it's like, all right, kid. So let's say this, another thing. All right, kid, listen, I'll pay you. We're going to pay you $50,000 this year to play on our team as a safety. What happens if you suck? All right, we're going to cut you. We're not going to pay you. And we're going to take your scholarship away. How's that sound? You know what I mean? Like you can play hardball both ways here if you want to look at it like this. So I'm not even talking about the pay shit. It's too complicated to pay. There's too many teams. And then it gets into who do you not pay? You pay the college basketball team. Yeah, all right. Then the college football team needs money. And then the college fucking hockey team's going to say, well, we're not as big, but so we should still get paid a little bit. The next thing you know, the whole thing's like out of whack, right? The NCAA are greedy and the wrong people are making money, but it's a complicated, complex situation to break down. So my point is, I think the fairest and best way to handle this is for a kid like fucking Zion Williamson or RJ Barrett or the Morant kid on Murray State and stuff. Look at this, Chris Paul and fucking Rondo. Well, that's from before, right, when they threw. I forgot about that. Now they're on the court again. I think the best way to handle it is you let the players make money off their own likeness. You sell a Zion Williamson t-shirt, jersey at Duke, he gets a cut. He gets a share. You know, he gets 20%, 15%, 10%, whatever, like the market value, you know, work it out with a lawyer and whatever. You know what I mean? He doesn't get the ticket sales, but he can sell his own merchandise. Like you sell shit with his name on it, he makes it. He makes his own Zion Williamson t-shirt, tough shit. He keeps the money. Zion Williamson wants his fucking signed autographs at the mall. Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong if Zion Williamson signed autographs at the local mall in Raleigh, North Carolina? Or Durham and Charlotte, like went around North Carolina and signed autographs at the mall. What makes that bad? How does that taint the value of the game? Kid would have fucking lineup. There'd be like 20,000 people waiting in line, paying this kid $30 an autograph, $50 an autograph. If he can do it, why stop him? And then you wouldn't even have to pay him. And then he'd be happy. And he's playing for you. He's going to school. He's making money. Like, I don't know. That's capitalism. Like, I don't understand. Like, that doesn't affect the quality of the game. It doesn't change anything. And if you're a kid that's just a nobody, then tough shit. You got a free scholarship and you're lucky to be fucking on TV all the time and getting late. You know what I mean? But if you're a star, then hey, Sell your jerseys, fuck. Sell your likeness. Do endorsements. Hey, I'm Zion Williamson for Pepsi. Why not? Why can Coach K make money from Nike, but he can't make money from Pepsi? It's bullshit, right? Like they should be allowed. That's my thing. I'm not going to say pay the players, the NCAA or even whatever. I get it. But there is a lot of money that goes into this shit, guys, that people don't talk about. Somebody's got to pay for the softball team. Somebody's got to pay for the swim team. All right? There's more than meets the eye here. It's not just basketball and football. So, and the women's teams. Yeah, and then the Me Too, you can't just tell the chicks, we're not paying you. You got to pay them. You know what I mean? There's not enough there, and then suddenly there's no money. Like, you know, you got to cut teams and cut programs and shit. So, if you're a student athlete and you're going to school and you're really about your grades and shit, and you have fun playing athletics, that's a great deal. Yeah, that's a great deal. If you're an elite player and you're like fucking Trevor Lawrence, quarterback at Clemson, or you're Zion Williamson, and you're going to college and you're a star player, you should be allowed to sell your shit. You don't get paid. Clemson doesn't pay you. Dabo Sweeney's helping you get to the NFL by making you better, all right? So we're not paying you, but hey, Trevor, feel free, bro. Go sign autographs. Go sign footballs. Fuck, charge $300 a football. National champion. Go ahead. Like, it's ridiculous. That's the best way to go. Let them use their likeness. That's the that's the best way to go about this, I think. I think it's the best compromise. I don't see what's wrong with it. I don't see ethically what's wrong with it from the NCAA's perspective. Like, there's always sort of that little thing. Well, you know what I mean? Well, you know, this could happen and it could open up the door for this. What does this open up the door to? And in fact, it stops corruption even more. Zion Williamson and other players won't have an incentive to throw point spreads, to fuck around, to meet with sleazy dudes and take money from them. Let them make money. Like, even the average kid would be able to make a couple of bucks. You know what I'm saying? Like, even like if you're on the Akron Zips, local Kentucky Fried Chicken, you know what I mean? Like, will sponsor the Akron, you know what I mean? Like, there's always, you know, even the smaller teams will be able to, you know, Buffalo Bulls, Salino and Barnes, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm the quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. You know, if I ever get hurt, call Salino, but you know what I mean? Let the kids make money. Fuck. What's the big deal? It doesn't affect the integrity of your sport or the institutions and all this bullshit that you guys sell. Exactly, Lisa. That's another thing too. Yeah, that's a good point. He made money. But you know, it's sad that he has to do that. It's a good point though. You remember a kid on Alabama got in trouble for that. He was basically selling his jerseys, same shit. He saved all the jerseys he wore through the year, and then he was basically like, you know, Warren versus LSU, Warren versus Clemson, Warren versus Tennessee. You know what I mean? Like, so he saved the jerseys and he sold them. And they freaked out. They're like, you can't do that. And he basically said, why not? It's my jersey. Like, you gave it to me. Like, it's mine now. I'm selling it. It's my property. And they were like, no, you can't do that, which is fucking bullshit. Why can't he do that? If he wants to sell his fucking jersey, let him sell the fucking jersey. You know what I mean? You know? Now, listen, during the season, I get it. You're not going to let the kid fucking go through 90 jerseys. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the year, if he saved his own jerseys and he wants to sell them, it sucks that he has to give up his memories like that for the money, right? But the thing is, like, pros do this shit all the time, right? And, like, these kids can't. Like, Michael Jordan used to change his shoe after every quarter. Fuck. He didn't at the beginning of his career, but he did as he realized. Money. Game worn. You know how many jerseys Pete Rose wore in a baseball game at the end of his career in the last few years? 9. Pete Rose would change his jersey after every inning. He would change his jersey after every fucking inning. All right. Why? Because he could say it was a game-worn fucking jersey. Michael Jordan used to do that with his shoes. He'd change fucking shoes after every quarter and shit. And basically, ding, there's another 2 game-worn shoes. There's another 2 game-worn shoes. There's another fucking 18,000. Put those up, sell those, fucking give those to charity, sell those. Eli Manning was doing it. Eli Manning got caught fucking selling fake shit. Even old Eli. You notice the media wasn't on him too much, though, eh? Old Eli. Eli was selling autographed helmets, and he's on a text message saying, whatever, just sign them, fuck. And it was basically, Buddy had his signature down, and then Eli wasn't even signing them, fuck. You know, they said it was game worn. It was really practice worn. You know what I mean? Like Eli was like, oh, it wasn't me. But yeah, whatever, dude. I imagine I'm sure if Cam Newton had the same misunderstanding selling fake helmets, so I'm sure the media would handle it the same way. Well, we told you to take under 61 in the first quarter of this fucking game. And they're at 55 and they're into the second quarter. Well, Jim Boeheim, there's really not much to say, Grinch. You know, my take, I don't blame Boeheim. Not like Boeheim was drunk or like all wasted, and it's tragic, you know what I mean? Like, what are you going to say? The guy got out of his car, it was an accident, got smoked on the side of the road, Boeheim didn't see him, it was all dark. Well, you walk on the side of an interstate highway, man. It's a sad story. The guy was the passenger, too. So they got in an accident, he was the passenger, he was going for help, and then he gets fucking smoked by Boeheim. The only thing is that picture, I retweeted it, was pretty crazy. There's a picture of Jim Boeheim giving Tony Stewart a number 14 Syracuse jersey. And of course, we all remember what happened with Tony Stewart. Pretty nuts, huh? All right, what's the score in the our college picks were good tonight. You know, we took Central Florida in that first game that they played against Cincinnati and got the cover. We did it again. All right, we're on the Sacramento Kings. They're winning 45-40 right now. They're actually playing to the total, though. They're actually, you knew one game had to be high scoring. In-game total is 246.5. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, Lope. I missed the boat on that. Yeah, the Dons now 21-6. That's the thing. Jim Boeheim is a coach driving home in the dark. Boeheim's an old man. You could probably see he doesn't have great eyesight. You know what I mean? It's not like Boeheim said, "Oh, I hope I run someone over on the way home after beating Louisville tonight." You know, Boeheim's thinking about Louisville, and like the cops said, it's not Boeheim's fault. Like the guy was on the side of it. It was just one of these tragic type deals. And I don't know why, man. The guy was walking too close to the road. Fuck. And so, anyway, it's real tragic, but it is true. Like you guys are saying, I talked about this with Cam today, and I brought it up. I think Cam knows the full story. Like Tony Stewart, like basically ran the guy over. He accelerated, right? Like the guy got out to bitch and shit, and Tony ran him over. Like Tony, I think it was one of those deals where Tony was like going to try to scare him, and like except Buddy didn't move, and Tony took off, and fucking. Like I said, like you could argue it was manslaughter. You know what I mean? And the thing is, like Tony Stewart, you know he's a hothead. That's the whole thing. I hate to use it against him, but you know he's a hothead. You know he's like that. And like I said, if you watch it, you see, man, he went at him. Like, you know what I mean? Now, the thing is, that fucking guy, what was his name? Wise, I think Mike Wise, the poor guy that got hit by Stewart shouldn't have been walking around on the fucking track. Everyone knows that. You stay in your fucking, you stay in your car. Like, you know, you never see a NASCAR driver get out of the car and start walking. Like, you don't walk on the fucking track. You know what I mean? Like, you're asking for trouble. You know, but it was just the timing of it. But yeah, it would Stewart, you know, the way I look at it is like Tony Stewart, you're one of the best drivers in the world, and you didn't avoid the guy. Like, you know what I mean? You know, I think you tried to scare him. You didn't want to kill him, but you tried to scare him, and you ended up fucking killing him. Well, that's a good point, Jazz. I forgot about him pissing himself recently, or whatever that deal was. Yeah. I don't know. Is Boeheim like all old and I can't drive and shit? Listen, I'm not gonna. I don't want to. It's too much of a serious thing. Like, but I don't know. Boeheim doesn't seem like the nicest guy. So, but like I said, it's not like Boeheim. You know, they had a big win last night, guys. Like Syracuse were on the bubble. I mean, as you know, they take their basketball seriously up there. So the Cuse are on the bubble. They kind of played themselves. They're probably in now. They could use another win or two, but they're good. It was a big win for them last night. And, you know, you think Boeheim's like, oh, great, we just beat Louisville. I'm going to go run someone over on the way home. You know, like, yeah, and just wait till they make the wait till they make the tournament one of the years, Grinch. I don't think they're going to make it this year, but one of these years they're going to make the tournament. And it's going to take off. Their school's taking off anyways. I missed the boat on that. I'm considering jumping in on the score stock, but they haven't got that thing going yet here. So I want to see, like, you know, they got to show me you're fucking doing it. $50-43 for the Sacramento Kings. Pretty high scoring game. The total's 243.5 right now in game. And I wouldn't argue taking the over here. Just 244.5 yet here. Bookmaker has it at 246. Like, really? Pretty crappy number. Fuck. Yeah, so no show tomorrow night, except me. You never know. The way things are going, fuck, if we end up in a bar watching a game or something, maybe we will. There will be a show, so stay tuned. There will be, well, we're going to do something Saturday night, though. So, yeah, we're going to be at Wild Wings. We're going to be at Wild Wing on, we're going to be at Wild Wings on Bathurst and King Street. Yeah, him and John Jones, Kyle Hamburg, but at least he's not tainted like Jones. If you want my full take on it, the hit I did today on the radio, but like George St. Pierre is he fought an era where you had to fight the top guys all the time. That's the thing. Like you look at all these new diva champs and shit. Like Conor McGregor's never defended a belt once in his life. He's never defended a belt before. Like George St. Pierre would beat somebody and then he wouldn't like play games and shit. It would be like, well, whatever. Whoever's the next ranked guy, I'll fight in 4 months, like 3 times a year. You'd fight 3 times a year, next guy up. All right, Thiago Alves, you're ranked next. You like Carlos Condit, like whoever was just basically next in line. He never dodged them. Houston's up 50 to 39. Yeah, Randy Couture is a great champion. So for those of you that are going to be in Toronto, we'll see you Saturday night at Wild Wings. Stay tuned for Twitter. I'll be around tomorrow night. Tomorrow will be more hit or miss. We'll see. I don't know, I'm going to the dinner, and then who knows, maybe I'll go outside the arena. I'll try to get a ticket for cheaper. Maybe we'll break down and get the tickets. Maybe the Preds will get them, and we'll deal with it after, or I don't know. But I know these people. Like, I know Cam's going to be like, oh, I'm not paying. Like, and fucking Preds is like, oh, let's go to the Leaf game instead. Fuck, on Saturday. It's like, dude, I'm doing a show Saturday. Like, I'm coming here for the DeMar DeRozan, and now it's like, fucking, let me check StubHub right now. They're actually going up. There's too many fucking people in Toronto. It's the fucking problem, man. Team's too popular. It's annoying. Fuck. I liked it better when they weren't. All right, they're coming down again. They're going to come down by tomorrow. The scalpers are always greedy, right? You always wait. They always wait. There's always tickets in the last second. Because people panic. They're like, oh, I got to get a ticket, right? You just wait, let it go. Remember the Duke game the other day? Fuck, it was $2,900 in the morning. It was $1,900 a couple hours later. Fuck. The only thing is they're not going to come down too much more, but they should not go up much. $54.48 for Sacramento right now. Could use this game to pick up a little bit. I jumped in. No, I didn't take the in-game over. I waited in this, right? What is it now? It was 246, 242.5. See, at least I'm getting a fair number now if I do it, but I'm going to hold off. We're already on Sacramento here. Let's see how it plays out. All right, so yeah, so stay tuned. Like I said, stay tuned for tomorrow. But like I said, probably no show. But who knows? If I'm in a bar or something, maybe I'll step up. I'll have my computer with me. So I'm not doing any Periscope, but maybe I'll step up on Patreon. Saturday night, if you're not in Toronto, it's all good. We're going to be on Patreon from the bar. And should be quite a few of you coming down, actually. So it'll be a good time Saturday night. The Montreal Canadiens play the Toronto Maple Leafs. Canadiens are red hot. Leafs are cold suddenly. Games in Toronto. It's going to be a good night of watching the games. We'll get blasted and shit. We'll see Hainzer, Spencer. My boy Rockamaniac's already in Toronto. Greg Bolt's already in Toronto. I don't know if Cam will be in for Friday and Saturday, but Cam will be around tomorrow night. Brooks, Shawno. I saw Goldster the other night said he might be coming down Saturday. There's a bunch of people on Twitter too. Like, who knows who will actually show, but it's all good. All right, so 54-48 still, slowing down a little bit. 52-41 for the Houston Rockets. This game still has potential to go over the number, actually, the Rocket game. Well, what did it start at, 239? So, yeah, it won't. It won't get there, but I'm saying it has potential to get to the 224 here still. Listen, I'm not a LeBron hater. I'm just stating, like, he's in trouble. Like, the Western Conference ain't no joke, and teams are going to get more serious. The Lakers' schedule is tough. The only thing is, the Lakers is, it'll be interesting if they make the playoffs or not. There's props up and shit. We'll dig into this in the next couple of days. I tend to think that, yes, LeBron will find a way to get into the playoffs. The NBA will, like, he's going to get some calls if they need it at some point, but and the Clippers traded everyone. They're not even trying to make the playoffs. Just the thing is, Lakers need to win games, man, and I don't know if they can. Problem with the Laker players, they're just not very smart. Like they're decent, like they're good athletes. Brandon Ingram's good, and Kyle Kuzma, but like they don't get it. Like I think they do need a new coach, actually. Like LeBron is an asshole and shit with Walton, but I think the Lakers do need a new coach, and they sort of need to break the. I never liked this team. As I say this, they're making a little run, of course. Like I don't like the makeup of the team. I didn't like, you know what I mean? I haven't liked it for a few years. I didn't like the drafting the ball. Like it's just bad chemistry. They take like bad like they, you know what the late but we're gonna wrap it up. The best way of putting it, the Lakers are like a bad analytic team. Like they don't get it. Fuck. Like they take players for like out of flash and like what the fans want, and I don't know. Oh yeah, Babano's gonna be there. Everyone's going to be there except Bruce Chad and Jazz. But I understand, Jazz. It is a lot for a couple. Even me, I'm like, what the fuck? But I got to go back to Toronto too. So. Oh yeah, who knows? Chowder, yeah, exactly. Once Chowder finds out, Wild Wings. All right, but I got to get out of here, guys. I got to be on in the morning. I got to travel. I got to pack up, do laundry, and fucking think about what I got to bring and blah, 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 blah. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys rock. Thanks to all the patrons. I'll be on in the morning, and we'll see you online in the afternoon. If you're in Toronto and stuff, like I said, I've sent you DMs. I'll get your number. I'll keep everyone posted what's going on tomorrow. And we'll see you at Wild Wing on Saturday. King and Bathurst location. King and Bathurst location. Wild Wing. Other than that, you're on your own. Later.